In today's video, I'm going to show you this really awesome light up floor tile effect right inside of Adobe After Effects. So let's get right into it. So we first want to begin by dropping some footage of yourself jumping or moving around on some floor tiles. And once you've got this footage, you just want to throw this into Adobe After Effects. Now, as you can see, there's me doing a side flip, and then I just jump out of this side flip, and this is the clip that we're going to use. Now, the first step of this process is to find the first point of contact. So as you can see, my left foot comes into frame and it touches the floor, and that very first frame when my foot touches the floor is where we want to begin the effect. So we'll begin by creating a brand new adjustment layer. So we'll go layer, new adjustment layer, and then we'll go up to the pen tool on the top of After Effects, and we'll draw a mask around the tile that my foot is touching. Now you want to go backwards one keyframe to the left to the point where the foot is just hovering. Scroll the cursor head above that point of the video, and then we'll hold Command-Shift-D to trim the video. Now we'll get rid of the first part, and then we'll scroll to the point where my foot has just left the floor, and again we'll hold Command-Shift-D to cut, and we'll delete the second part of that video. Now we want to keep repeating this process over and over again for every time my foot touches the floor. So as I come out of that side flip, I want to go ahead and create a brand new adjustment layer around that tile there. And we'll keep doing this process over and over again until we've successfully got all the different adjustment layers that we need to create this effect. So once all of those have been created, we'll go back to the very first adjustment layer. We'll go into Effects and Presets, and we'll search for Levels. Now drop levels onto that adjustment layer, and we'll increase the input white all the way up to around 175. And as you'll see, the floor has lit up. Of course, you can make this brighter, you can make this darker, this is completely up to you, but we're going to move on to some glow. So in Effects and Presets, search for Glow, and we'll drag glow onto that adjustment layer, and then we'll increase the glow threshold all the way up to around 90%. And now we're just going to go ahead and we're going to copy the levels and the glow from the first adjustment layer, and we're going to paste them onto all of the other adjustment layers. Now the line around that mask is a little bit too harsh at the moment, so we need to add a little bit of mask feathering in order to proceed to the next step. So we're going to go into the mask of all of these different adjustment layers, and we're just going to pull the mask feather up to a suitable level. Now it's going to be 8 pixels on my example, but this could vary depending on your shot. So once you've done that, we just need to go through the process of animating this light on and off. So we'll go to the very first adjustment layer, and we'll press T on the keyboard to load up opacity. Now we'll go a frame into that adjustment layer, and we'll create a brand new keyframe on opacity at 100%. Now we'll go back one keyframe, pull this down to 0%. And then we'll move towards the end of the video, create a brand new keyframe on 100%. And at the very end of the video, pull this down to 0%. So this means that floor will fade in and fade out. It looks a lot smoother and a lot more realistic than just harshly cutting in at 100%. Now we need to go through that same process for all of the other adjustment layers. So you want to start at 0, go up to 100%, wait for a few frames, create a brand new keyframe on 100, and then back down to 0. And you want to do this on all of those different adjustment layers. Now at this point, we've successfully animated the light up tiles. The effect is essentially now complete, but we're going to add some more customization to this. So I'm going to select the second tile, and in Effects and Presets, I'm going to search for Curves. We'll drop curves onto that adjustment layer, and we're going to select the red channel in the Curves effect. Now we'll pull the red line all the way up to the very left, and that's going to add a very nice red glow to the light up tile. And of course we can do the same for all of the other tiles. If we drop curves onto the third mask and we pull the blue channel all the way over to the left, then we have a really nice blue light up floor. Now realistically, if this floor actually did light up in real life, there would be a little bit of glow on myself. So as I'm standing on this big light up floor, a little bit of that light would spill onto my body and cast some light and color onto myself. So we need to recreate that effect right now with some masking. So we'll go to the very first adjustment layer, and we'll hold Command C, and Command V to make a perfect copy of that square mask. Now we'll press M on the keyboard to load up mask, and we'll just delete mask 1, and that will make the entire video really blue and really overexposed. So for now, just so we can see what we're doing, we're just going to turn that off by pressing the eyeball icon. Then we'll go up to the ellipse tool, so that's the circle mask on the very top of After Effects, and we're just going to draw a circle around yourself, around the subject, and then we'll turn that layer back on by pressing the eyeball. Now we'll go into the mask, and we'll pull up the mask feather all the way up to around 200%, and we can reduce the opacity in the mask to around 30%. Now we'll keep repeating this process over and over again for all of the other tiles. And as soon as you've completed that, you've now successfully completed the light up floor tile effect right inside of Adobe After Effects. And there you go. If you enjoyed watching this video, then please do let me know in that comment section below. And don't forget to subscribe, check out the previous video, and I will see you tomorrow for another brand new video. Thank you for watching.